What's up, guys? It's your boy Parrish Oglesby with Uncut Gems. I'm doing something different, so forgive me. I hope you enjoyed the last three videos. They were me tucked in a shirt and tie. I realized that I hadn't did all these videos, and I haven't done not one. And I've done one with a jacket or whatnot. Slacks or whatnot, jeans, whatnot, fits and whatnot. But I haven't done one like this. And so I'm trying something new. Forgive the lighting. I still hadn't got my green screen delivered yet. That's gonna be a trip. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get started. The gem of the week. It's going to be a few things here, but first and foremost, let me make an announcement. This is coming up on my anniversary of my first video. Was done in 2021 in the month of June. I don't want to date these things, but I'm so excited that we're in the month of June, and man, it's been a long ride. I'm a different person than I was this time last year. I hope I'm better. Certain things that I've gotten rid of. But this video is going to be something really, really special. The name of this video is I'm divorcing the love of my life. Y'all get that? Divorcing the love of my life. And I know people are gonna be like, who he? They're gonna kind of know think they know who I was talking about. But let me tell you how me and her met. We met when I was a little kid. My family used to have house parties back in the day, old school house parties. And back in the day when you was a kid, you basically had to be in the back room. So when mama get the house all together, I'm shining a little bit. When mother got the house all together and everything, and people started coming in, she would always say, okay, head to the back. This grown folk business, stay out of it, right? And so grown folks business was not none of our business. But as a kid, and if you were just like me, you would always be like, how can I get a chance to go in that living room just to see what grown folks do? So I was a kid who was like, I gotta go, I'm hungry. Can I get some out of the refrigerator? Or I need to go to the bathroom. But the bathroom is right there by your bedroom. So all you had to do is go in there. But you had to go in there and tell your mama, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. What you're really doing is going in to see what's going on. So when I was a little kid, and hopefully this will be a short video, but I know it might be a little long, so forgive me. So, and I'm getting somewhere now. So I get to the point where I'm going in there, and I hear all this colorful language. And I hear, folks playing spades. I smell cigarette smoke. I smell some other kind of smoke. I see things that I ain't never seen before. I'm in my pajamas. I'm a little boy. And I hear this language. And it's harsh. It's funny. It's different. And I liked it, right? And I can remember even one day, my grandmama, it was at one of those parties, and my grandmama had this big old glass. It was filled with that soft ice. That soft ice, it was orange drink. It looked like an orange soda. And I snuck in the kitchen to grab me something to eat, and I was supposed to go, and I hid up under the table because it had tablecloth on it. You couldn't see me. And I kind of reached up and grabbed that cup and took it down and got me a great big old swig and put it down. And I did not know it was a splash of orange because the rest of it was fire liquor. And man, I said that I had to drink it because if I spit it out, I'm gonna get a beating because I'm drinking out of a grown person's drink, and I'm thinking I'm drinking her grandmama's orange soda. It was not orange soda. It was orange gasoline because I was choking up under that table. But I'm getting to a point. That language, that was my first love, cussing. I learned cussing, and I took it as a badge of honor because my family could cuss unlike nothing that you would ever know. They would string together cuss words, and I learned under my grandmother, my aunts, my mama, And I'm not proud of this, and they probably gonna be mad at me for putting this out. But that's where it all started. My love affair with cussing. I can remember going back to the back room, and I'm with my brother, and my sister was a little girl, so she wouldn't remember this. But I was whispering the cuss words to my brother, and we would laugh. We would do the MF. They said MF. They said this, so they said, kiss my, what, and playing spades and everything, right? And so that part of vernacular grew. I always thought I was pretty good with words and pretty good with storytelling and all this other things. So as I got older, I started seeing comedians like Richard Pryor and all the greats, Eddie Murphy coming up, and they were comedians and they were funny. That was my way in. I could make people laugh. So those greats used to cuss for emphasis, right? Right. So here I am, elementary, cussing, middle school, cussing, right? And when I got in middle school, it kind of became, a way to say you tough or where you fit in with the boys when you could talk that salty talk, right? So I'm falling in love with this girl. She's the love of my life. Do you hear me, people? She is the love of my life, and I don't want to let her go, right? And when I get into sticky situations, man, I puff up and I get that look on my face, and I let out some cuss words, and I have bagged down people up off of me. And in some cases, I have led people on to me. They want to whoop my butt because of this mouth here and because of my love affair with cussing. I have spent the most of my life as a person cussing. And so that's good, right? I'm getting all this other stuff. I know how to talk, but I'm intelligent, and yet I do know how to add cuss words to an intelligent conversation. So I took my pride. You remember you grew up, you hear people say, cussing is a way to tell an unintelligent person. Not true. Some of the best cussers are very intelligent. I think I'm very intelligent, and I can cuss like the best of them. And I was quite proud of it. I made it part of my identity. I made it part of who I was. And then you get out of the house that you were raised in, where people cuss like sailors and people say some of the most vile things to each other. And then you get into a relationship and you find out everybody don't talk like that. You join fraternities and you buck up and you and people are like, whoa. And instead of you being famous for being one of the smoothest brothers around, you become infamous. And people have a tendency to tag you as crazy or tag you as, man, that dude don't play. And then you puff your chest up and say, yeah, I'm that dude that don't play, right? Now, mind you, y'all, people don't know me, don't know this. I ain't nothing but a teddy bear. But I grew up in a rough neighborhood, therefore I had to learn how to be a monster, and then I became one of the premier guys. High school, then going to college. You fall in love, and when your girlfriend make you mad, you give her one of those good cussings. And she don't know how to act. She don't know how to receive this, And it never was a negative effect for me, but I made it part of who I was. I made it part of, Paris can go into a boardroom and never cuss. I can work all day and lead a group of 300 people and never use one cuss word. Intelligent enough and articulate enough and a storyteller enough and a good salesman enough to where I can speak without all of that. But my love affair got toxic, y'all. It began to get toxic. My first big relationship, man, she had a mouth on her and I had a mouth on me. And we matched it. We matched each other's negative energy, And then relationships end. I get into another one. Somebody who I really cared about, who somebody I really loved. And she had a mouth on her and I got a mouth on me. And instead of growing up and being a man and learning that you ain't got to talk that way, to me that was almost, I talked to my family that way, or my family talked to each other that way. So I never looked at it as anything else. But then I looked at it how when I have a daughter whom I absolutely adore. Check out her channel. Her name is Kaylin Dallas. I have a daughter, and I say to myself, self, if a man talked to your daughter the way you have talked to the women that you loved, how would you feel? Is that be okay? And it's just not the women, it's my family, it's friends. I just got a salty mouth. Well, I had one. And that brings me to right now. Divorcing the love of my life. The love of my life has been cussing. It's been one of my biggest, it's just like I've tried many, many years to get rid of it, to stop it, to end it, and to not do it. And I haven't been able to do it. And then a few months ago, I had a conversation with my business partner, two of my business partners, and they brought it up to my attention. It was like, man, you're such a good dude. You're such a good man. You have so many great qualities, but it gets overshadowed by the fact that when you get upset and you get mad at people, man, you can go ballistic. And I can always say, but. See, you act like I'm just coming out the gate cussing people out and talking crazy to people. That ain't never the case. And it's true. I don't just go off on people. I just don't. I match your energy. And I know we're in the era of matching people's energies. We're in the era of I'm gonna meet you where you at. I'm gonna give you what you asking for. You be ugly to me, I'm gonna be uglier to you. That was my thing. So I can always justify my behavior. But what I didn't understand is influence. I didn't understand my influence over the people that I absolutely loved. I didn't understand how much damage that you can actually do when you're angry. And when you ain't angry no more, guess what? That damage is already written. Now, I wasn't, I just feel like, but I'm owning up to my thing. This is a man's channel. This is ordinary men doing extraordinary things. So I've had a lot of challenges in my life. I have a lot of things that happen to me that, man, I could write a book about. But one of my biggest Achilles heels has been how I communicate when I'm upset with someone, or I'm disappointed in somebody, or somebody hurt me or break my heart. I can be so very cruel and so mean with my words. So I learned two things just recently about reacting and responding. And this on my anniversary of my year anniversary with being with Uncut Gems, I have divorced the love of my life. And that's cussing. So if you see your boy out there in the streets or whatever, and I don't do it at work, and I don't do it at church, and I don't do it in my meetings, and I don't do it anywhere else, but I do it around friends and family and, other like dudes and everything. And guess what? It's all good. But I'm not going to do it anymore because I got to go cold turkey. Me and her have had a great run. And I'm on to another part of my life. I'm on to another journey, and I got to close the chapter of that book. That cannot define me. Let me tell you how hard this is going to be for me, because when I tell jokes, I like to put a little cuss words just right in order to make myself get my point across. And also doing this channel, as you know, I don't curse on this channel at all. And you know what people always say, man, I love your content, but people are not getting getting you. They're not getting you. And you can get with it. And this is true. I can get with it, but that ain't me no more. It's a new me evolving. And the new me got to be funny without cussing. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to every now and then put a damn it out there, or SHIT out there every now and then. Yeah, I am. But what I need to do is I need to remove it from my lexicon. I need to remove it from my knee-jerk reactions. And when I'm mad or upset or disappointed in people because I give it to the people that I love. I rarely give it to, if I give it to a stranger, You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to entice that person to come to me so I can knock them out. And that's how I used to roll. Like, I'm gonna start, so I'm gonna say something to you so you can upset you enough for you to try me, and then we're gonna get it on. I'm full grown now, and I don't want no smoke. And you've heard me say it on this channel a bunch of times. I do not want any smoke no more. But more importantly, I don't want to give anybody no smoke. So two things I've done, I've created a new boundary in my life of disrespect. I'm sending out to the world. Your boy is extremely sensitive to disrespect. I don't do well with it. I don't do well. I don't respond well. I react wrong when I a lot of, so I know people are going to say, man, you setting yourself up, you open yourself for people to disrespect you now that they know that you are sensitive to disrespect. I think everybody is, but I'm super sensitive because I don't disrespect people. I don't. I do my very best to be affable. I want people to like me. I want people to get along with me, you know, but I do understand you can't have it that way all the time. Everybody's not going to like you, and everybody is not going to like the cut of my jib. But nevertheless, I got to get rid of her. She fine too. She just like I like it. And when you say it just right, you get your point across. Man, I started that when I was a little kid. I fell in love with cussing. I used it when I was in middle school to act tough. I used it when I was in high school to play football because you got to be a tough guy to be around those guys, and I was cussing like the best of them, and I was trying to be a man. And when I got to college, I was the man, and I was just like, you know what? This is part of my vernacular, and I'm gonna say it, da. But now I want to see what it takes, the ripple effect and the influence that I have with people that I care about and love, and folks who interact with me. I wonder what effect that this will have. You know, you ever heard that old saying that when a butterfly flaps his wings, it creates a hurricane or something over there in Japan? I think how we make certain changes, little bit of changes in our lives, it causes a ripple effect. I remember I had conversations with everybody in my family, people their exes, friends, and I mean, people that I love, and told them that I was sorry for using any of the salty language in front of them, and I'm done with it. And, you know, and people saw or felt my sincerity to this. So, you know what they did? A lot of folks were like, you know what, I'm gonna cuss a little bit more so I can fill that space that you're leaving. I'm gonna fill that area so I'm gonna cuss twice as much. And some people say, you know what, man, I may have to back up on myself cussing, you know. And also I'm trying to, one of the last videos I made was become the man of your dreams before you pursue the woman of your dreams. Well, this is one more step in me becoming the man of my dreams, and because the man of my dreams don't have to cuss. The man of my dreams is so smooth and so articulate and so intelligent and so fluent with his words, he can get his point across without using vile, filthy language. So, now let me say this to everybody out there. This is no judgment. When you're around me, hey, you feel like cussing, that's on you. That's you. I will not be judging you going forward. I will not be saying anything ugly about it. There's no judgment in it because I understand. It's just like when you give up smoking, you can't tell everybody around you, hey man, y'all got to stop smoking too. Can't do it that way. You can smoke as much as you want to. I determine whether or not I want to be around all that cigarette smoke, and do I want to hear that kind of information or smell that kind of smoke, so to speak. And the same thing goes for cussing. I'm not here to tell my friends or fraternity brothers or family members, y'all got to stop cussing around me. This is not a religious move at all. This is a move for me to go to the next level as a man. And I don't think this is not a standard I'm not saying this is a standard by all men. Every man has his own journey to face and to pursue. And this is just mine. I have to break up with this woman because she has caused me trouble. I have to break up with this woman because she has not served me well with the people that I love. I have to break up with this woman because I have relied on her as a crutch. So every time I get upset, I'm just going to default to cussing people out. Can't do that. So I'm going to remove her from my life completely. So we're at a point now where we can say, Paris, you hurt. Paris gets hurt. I get hurt. I don't talk about myself in the third person. I get hurt. Guess what? I just got to suck it up, and I got to, be a better person. And instead of reacting to it, I got to respond to it. It's some people. So anybody who's listening to this or watching this, if I have ever said anything, and I have a reputation in the 90s of cussing people out, it's hot in this house. I don't know my era. I don't know. In my studio, it is hot. But I want to say I'm sorry to anybody out there that I've ever offended. I want nothing but positive vibes coming my way. I only want love coming my way. I only want respect coming my way. And the only way I can get those things is if I give it out to the world. I was just in a fraternity meeting, and I'm going to finish with this. I was at a fraternity meeting with the illustrious men of Kappa Alpha Psi Memphis Alumni Chapter. And I was walking to the back to greet some of the bros who came in late. And I walked back, and one of the men stopped me. It was a prominent guy here in Memphis with another prominent man. And they're all good brothers. And I walked up to him, and he said something so offensive to me, the old parish would have made an example out of him. Because my thing is this here. I said I was sensitive to disrespect, right? And he said something offensive about a relationship that I had been in. And I don't know why he did that, but I was shaken. I was so offended by it, and I was bothered by it. And I just said, you know what, man? Hey, it is what it is. And I walked off. I had to go to the bathroom to gather myself because the old parish would have embarrassed that man. I would have embarrassed him. I would have made a big scene and cussed him out to the degree where he wanted to make a move, and then it'd have been two grown men making a move. You understand what I'm saying? That's the old parish. And I don't say that as a tough guy thing. I just said how foolish I was back in the day. I mean, foolish. Right? He said that, and I went in the bathroom, and as I was walking in, one of the other brothers got in front of me and said, "What's up, Parrish?" And I shook his hand. He said, "Dude, why are you looking like that? Why are you shaking?" I was so furious with that man because I felt I took it as it was meant as disrespect, right? I went into the bathroom, and I gathered myself, and I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, and got myself together. I calmed down. I came back into the auditorium, and I moved to the back, and I just didn't say anything else because my mood had changed. I allowed somebody to change my mood. So guess what I see in my peripheral coming from my left? It's the same dude. He coming back over. Guess what? I can't give him 2 times. You can't come back over and get 2 times off me now. So now I'm ready. And I'm saying to myself, don't do it, P. Don't do it. Do not say anything derogatory to this man. Let this man get one more off for you and just forgive him and move on, right? He comes over and he said, "Hey, good brother." And I was just like, "What's up, my man?" And he said, "I don't know what I was thinking when I said what I said. I was trying to be funny, and it came across real harsh and disrespectful. And I just want to say I'm sorry. I apologize to you." And he let all the air out of me. And it was and I turned around to him and I shook his hand and I said, "Brother, no problem. It is what it is. We all make mistakes. It's okay." And it's funny, a month later, I see him yesterday at the last meeting, because that happened last month. And I saw him yesterday, as a matter of fact, at the recent meeting. And I walked up to him. I said, "Man, you looking good, brother. How you doing?" And I hugged him and welcomed him, and and try to be a nice, not try to be a nice guy, but be a decent human being. Guys, the old Parrish would have embarrassed himself, embarrassed that man, and I would have set one more thing in place to the universe that I'm sitting on ready. That you can easily push my button. That you can easily say anything to get me off-centered. That you easily can control my move no matter what it is, no matter where I'm at. If you say something disrespectful to me, guess what? You got me. So it was a great example of an opportunity to grow. And he gave me an opportunity to grow. I'm not going to call his name because he probably wouldn't want to be a part of this message. But I have to give up cussing, guys. I have to. She doesn't serve me well anymore. She was a good girlfriend when we were little, and it was cute. But it's this grown folks' business, and I'm not gonna get out here and be disrespectful. I don't want my kids talking like this. I don't want some man talking to my daughter this way, and I don't want to talk to the woman that I love, or the woman I care about, or the woman I want to care for the rest of our lives. I don't want to talk to her like that neither. No matter how ignorant she is, no matter how foolish she is, no matter how stupid she is, I can make any excuse for somebody's bad behavior. But what's more important is how I respond to that bad behavior. So I ever date a woman again or be in a relationship again and a woman is being an idiot or being stupid or being, just hateful or whatever, there are tools I have going forward, such as remove myself from that equation. That's it. I don't have to put up with that. I don't have to put up with any disrespect from anybody, and neither do you, men. So by the sound of my voice, I want to let you know, guys, man, that I have divorced the love of my life, and the love of my life is cussing. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but whatever it is in your life that's not serving you well, that's not making you get to that next level as a man, that next level as whatever it is that you see yourself as, or the best version of yourself, guess what? That's one of many things that I gotta get rid of. I gotta get rid of in order for me to go to that next level. And it's not for anybody to make a decision or look at me different. It's not about how you view me. It's how I view myself. It's how I view myself. So I'm going to end with that story. I hope you get it. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm divorcing the love of my life. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So, and I don't want y'all out here, when y'all catch me out there trying to say something so I can cuss you out. Don't do that. Don't play with me. I'm not going to do anything back. I'm not going to say anything. And for those who never heard me cuss and everything, that was a well-kept secret. I know some of the people I used to work with at Project Share One, they were like, "You cuss?" And I was like a sailor, but I would work with them and they never heard me cuss. Never see me get out, never see me get mad, because at work I'm just professional all the time, But I do, and I did, and I'm not doing it no more. This time last year, I was actually starting my juicing and exercising, getting my body right. I think removing cussing from my life will change other aspects of my life. So on the year anniversary, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey guys, it's your boy, Parrish Oglesby, with Uncut Gems. Peace.